welcome back to my channel and another nursing related video. If you don't know, my name is Justine and I am a mom of 3. I work full-time outside of the home as an LVN, licensed vocational nurse here in California, or LPN in other states, licensed practical nurse. LVN or LPN is just under an RN. I'm 2 classes away from being able to bridge. My daughter's right here, she's watching her YouTube videos. But I'm 2 classes away from being able to bridge over to an RN program. And being a mom of 3 that works full time, it's kind of hard to do that. So I'm just kind of taking my time, but working as an LVN gives me the opportunity to get the work experience and also make a really great pay and work for, you know, a great company that I am proud to be a part of. So is being an LVN or an LPN still worth it in 2021? You've heard LPNs or LVNs are being phased out. Nobody's really hiring them anymore. They're hiring medical assistants because they can do the same type of work minus a few things for a lot less cost that the employer has to pay. Going into 2020, we all know that that was a crazy year, and we had this thing that happened, and we need all hands on deck, frontline workers in all areas, in doctor's offices and hospitals, ICUs, nursing homes, all over the place, right? And so there's tons of nurses out there, registered nurses, but as this whole thing kind of blew up, those people were getting sick that were the frontline workers that were helping, and they started having nursing students were eligible to just start working because they needed all hands on deck. They needed extra help like now. And so over the year, more and more nurses are, you know, we're in demand and we need more nurses in all areas. So with being an LVN, most of the time you hear of us working in long-term care facilities, which that's where I started. It's the easiest thing to get your foot in the door and to start your LVN career after you're done with nursing school. So over the past year, being an LVN, it used to be like, not necessarily looked down upon, but being an LVN myself, I used to get the questions all the time like, why are you gonna do your LVN? Why don't you just go for your RN? Or, you know, it's a waste of time. You're not gonna make that much money. Nobody's really hiring for LVNs, which I'm glad that I didn't listen, because that's not true. You can make like up to $45 an hour as an LVN in my area. And especially now being more needed, you can make even like $55 an hour. And it's also shorter courses. You know, you're able to get in and get out much sooner, and it's not as intense of training. I mean, it's still intense and it's still hard, don't get me wrong, but as an RN in the RN program, you have another year versus an LVN. So being a mom, I needed to get in and get out and get ahead, like the saying goes on, I forget what commercial that was from, but I needed to work and I needed to make good money now because I have a family to support and I have kids that need, you know, to be fed and clothed, and you know, so that's what I did, and I'm glad that I did do that. And I did start in a long-term care facility like right off the bat as a brand new nurse, and they kind of threw me to the wolves, but that's how I learned, and it was okay. I survived. I'm actually getting ready to renew my LVN license. I'm going into my 4th year. Being an LVN in 2021 is especially worth it. So number 1, it doesn't take as long, which I've mentioned this in another video. You can, and of course just right now I mentioned that. So it's like relatively short. You can find a course, a program that's like as short as 8 months, which is probably super duper rigorous and like 7 days a week and 25 hours of the day. Or it can also length out to 18 months, which mine I think was about 15 months. And it was Monday through Friday. Every other weekend we had clinicals, but our days were really short. Like we were out of class for the classwork during the week. Most of the time we were able to leave by like lunchtime or maybe a little after 1 for our own personal study time. So it's relatively short. Going into 2021, you can get paid substantially more compared to previous years. I also recently found out that in my area, I'm not sure if this is true for other states or counties or, you know, what have you, but I'm in California, Northern California specifically, and my area with the cases going up, they are needing more nurses, and that's including LVNs. So they are starting to hire LVNs back in the hospital, which they have not done in a really long time. LVNs have been phased out of hospitals for I don't know how many years, at least here they have been. So that's something new that they're doing this year because they need all the extra help that they can get. Like I'm telling people, like I have a cousin who was like interested in it, like asking questions, and I'm like, I'm so for it. Like I'm pushing for it because the RN programs are still very competitive. They're still very hard to get into. I'm not sure what the exceptions that they're making as far as letting the nursing students out of school sooner and able to graduate and take their state exam sooner due to the whole thing that's going on, because you know it's so needed. And if you're at a certain point in your nursing student career, like if you're in the last semester or something, I believe they're letting some people sit for the NCLEX exam, and that way they can get them out there into the field and get that extra help that they so desperately need. If you're somebody who's thinking about going into an LVN program or LPN program, I'm rooting for you. I totally think that it's worth it, especially now in 2021, because you can get in and get out in as little as 8 months, and you can make a great amount of money. And then there's always the option to bridge over to the RN program. You got like one foot in the door because you only need maybe 1 or 2 classes to be able to qualify for the bridge program, and then you only spend 2 semesters, which ends up being an 8 months total with a break in between, to get your RN. So like I said, I've been an LVN. I'm going on 4 years this year, I think. Yes, I'll be going on 3 or 4 years. I don't know. Anyways, I'll be renewing my license, and then I'm also going to be looking into possibly getting those last 2 prerequisites done so that I can bridge over to an RN program while we're in, you know, such a high demand, and maybe I can get some of those benefits that we didn't have before, as far as being able to get into an RN bridge program sooner. So if you're thinking about doing it, I say go for it. Look into all the options that you have. How quickly can you get in and get out? What is the schedule like? How much does it cost? My program locally cost a little under, I want to say $12,000, but there was financial assistance. There was a program called WIA, and they helped pay for 1 full payment. I broke mine down into 3 payments of like between $3,000 and $4,000 each per term. There was 3 terms. I was able to get assistance for 1 full payment. They also paid for all of my books. They will help you pay for gas. I'm sure there's, you know, in different states, there's a program like that for you. So ours is called WIA here. Definitely look into all your resources, because more than ever right now, your county or state or, you know, the schools, they're more willing to help as much as they can, because they need, you know, they need nurses. Mama! And my daughter, she wants to hop on the video. Say hi. Can you say hi? That's Sayla. So this is my youngest. She's 2 years old. So even if you are a mom, you can do it. I had my 2 boys while I was in nursing school, and it's tough, and you do need a good, you know, support system. So if you have, whether that be daycare or family or friends, whoever you can trust to watch your kids and, you know, give you that time so that you can better your future, then definitely look into what your options are and what's available to you. Don't think that you can't do it just because you have kids, because I think that gave me the extra push. Like I needed a real career, not just a job that I didn't want to be at. So this gives me so much opportunity. And now I'm, you know, it's not just long-term care that I have to work in. You can work in a doctor's office, you can work in a hospital, some places, but there's different things that you can do. So don't limit yourself. And I say that it's completely worth it. And it's January, so it's the beginning of semesters like everywhere. So after you're done watching this video, if you're interested, I would highly suggest going, you know, Googling local LVN or LPN programs in your area, what the requirements are. Call around, ask questions. Don't doubt yourself, because you can do it. And a lot of stuff you can do online. I did all of my co-requisites online, even some of the prerequisites. The only ones that you cannot do online pre-COVID was the science classes, because they required you to have a lab. So that might have changed though now due to COVID. You might be able to do things virtually. So take advantage of that. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions that I did not answer, please ask me in the comments and I will get right back to you and answer them if I know the answer. It's nap time. Can you say bye? bye-bye. Oh, let me move you back. Say bye-bye. Say thanks for watching. Can you say that? Give a thumbs up. Can you give a thumbs up? No? Okay. Okay, guys, thanks for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If there's questions, please ask me and I will try and answer them to the best of my ability. And thank you so much, and have a safe and healthy 2021. Don't doubt yourself. You can do this. So thumbs up, be like this. Put your thumb up. Thumb up, up, no. Say bye. Knuckles.